Eala jumps to new career-high ranking of number 49 ahead of AO. An explosive new year it is for Eala. Relentless in her drive to the top, Ms. Eala zoomed to a new career-high ranking of number 49 in the Women's Tennis Association, WTA, to start her 2026 campaign with a bang ahead of an even bigger tourney that is the Australian Open, AO, this week. Ms. Eala leapt 4 spots from number 53 with 1,159 points, thanks to a semifinal finish at the ASB Classic in Auckland, New Zealand over the weekend. The 20-year-old Filipina reset her previous career best placing at number 50 last month to end a stellar 2025 campaign and set the perfect springboard for new heights this year. The past year reminded me how powerful love, support, and community can be. Now, I'm excited for what this new year brings. New goals to chase, new memories to create, and more meaningful moments to share with the people I love. Posted Ms. Eala, the first Filipina ever to achieve the said feat. This year is about being braver, dreaming bigger, loving harder, and doing more for the people and passions that matter most. Ms. Eala started the year with 1,076 points, but gained 83 more points in quick fashion following a solid run in Auckland that included wins against 3 top 80 players. As the number 4 seed, Ms. Eala beat then WTA number 69 Donna Vekic, 4-6, 6-4, 6-4 and WTA number 82 Petra Marcinko of Croatia, 6-0, 6-2, as well as WTA number 52 Magda Linette of Poland, 6-3, 6-2. She ended her campaign in the semifinals with a close 7-5, 5-7, 4-6 defeat to China's Wang Xinyu, who climbed 14 spots to number 43 after a runner-up finish to now number 12 Elena Svitolina of Ukraine, 6-3, 7-6, 8-6. With a new feather in her cap, Ms. Eala turns her focus to the Kooyong Classic, a 2-day exclusive by-invite-only exhibition tournament in Melbourne starting on Tuesday. Her familiar foe in Ms. Vekic, a 2024 Wimbledon semi-finalist and Paris Olympic silver medalist, is also in the fray, along with WTA number 121 and home bet Priscilla Hahn and the 42-year-old legend Daniela Hančičová, a multiple Grand Slam mixed doubles champion from Slovakia. Then comes the big stage of the AO also in Melbourne, playing in the Grand Slam main draw for the first time ever after multiple qualifying round stints and junior doubles crown feat with Indonesian Priska Madeline Nugroho in 2020. The AO remains as the only Grand Slam main draw she has not played in after the French Open, Wimbledon and the US Open, where she became the first Filipina winner at that stage after stunning then world number 15 Clara Tauson of Denmark. The numbers arrived quietly, the way the most life-altering moments often do. No fireworks, no drumroll, just a line on a screen, a shift in digits that told a larger story than statistics ever could. Number 49. For Eala, it was not merely a ranking, it was a door swinging open, a threshold crossed, a whisper from the future saying, "You belong here now." Ahead of the Australian Open, the tennis world shuffled as it always does, rankings updated, draws anticipated, predictions argued over in press rooms and comment sections. Yet within that shuffle, Eala's leap to a career-high ranking carried a different weight. It was the kind of ascent that does not scream but resonates, built not on a single explosive moment but on years of quiet accumulation, early mornings, blistered hands, missed birthdays, and the stubborn belief that talent, when sharpened by discipline, can bend fate. For a player who once carried her dreams across oceans, number 49 is more than a number beside her name. It is proof of translation, the translation of promise into performance, of junior brilliance into professional legitimacy. From promise to proof, Eala has long been described as one to watch. Those words can be both blessing and burden. To be watched is to be waited on, measured, and occasionally doubted. Junior success can be intoxicating, but the professional tour is an unforgiving editor, cutting away illusions and exposing weaknesses with ruthless clarity. What separates Eala's rise from many others is the patience embedded in it. Her climb did not rely on shortcuts or sudden miracles. It relied on repetition, the steady improvement of footwork, the refining of shot selection, the mental recalibration after losses that once would have lingered too long. Each tournament added a line to her story. Each win, especially against higher-ranked opponents, chipped away at the invisible wall separating potential from contender. By the time she reached number 49, that wall no longer stood. In its place was a clear path, Challenging, yes, but unmistakably real. Carrying a nation's hope. Every athlete carries expectations, but some carry history with them. For Eala, each step forward echoes beyond the baseline. She represents a country where tennis courts are fewer than basketball hoops, where resources are limited, and where success in global tennis feels almost mythic. Her ranking jump resonates in living rooms, in local clubs, in the imaginations of young players hitting balls against concrete walls. It says that geography is not destiny, that the map of tennis is still being redrawn by those brave enough to travel its edges. With number 49 beside her name, Eala enters the Australian Open not as a novelty, but as a competitor seated firmly within the world's elite. For fans at home, that distinction matters. It changes the conversation from can she to how far will she go. The Australian Open, a new stage. The Australian Open has a way of revealing who players are becoming. Played under an unforgiving sun and before crowds that thrive on momentum, it tests more than technique. It tests resilience. For Eala, arriving in Melbourne with her highest ever ranking feels symbolic. It is summer in the Southern Hemisphere, but also a personal spring, a season of arrival. She is no longer knocking on the door of the top 50. She has stepped inside. This ranking offers tangible advantages, better draws, fewer early clashes with top seeds, a measure of control over her own destiny. But it also brings new pressures. Expectations grow heavier as numbers shrink. Every opponent now sees her as a scalp worth claiming. Yet if her recent rise has shown anything, it is that Eala does not shrink under pressure. She studies it, adapts to it, and eventually turns it into fuel. Beyond the number, what makes number 49 compelling is not its proximity to number 1, but what it represents along the way. It represents the narrowing gap between Eala and the sport's established giants. It represents confidence earned, not gifted. It represents the moment when a career stops asking for permission. There is a maturity now in her game, a willingness to construct points patiently, to trust her shots in crucial moments, to recover quickly from setbacks within matches. These are not qualities that appear overnight. They are cultivated through losses that sting and victories that teach restraint. Eala's ranking rises, in many ways, a reflection of inner alignment. Her ambition and her ability are finally speaking the same language. Looking forward, ahead of the Australian Open, predictions will swirl. Some will call her a dark horse. Others will temper expectations, reminding everyone how steep the climb still is.